Welcome back, and welcome to another flight review. In this video, we're giving Delta's A220 fleet a second chance. Last fall, we flew an A220 from California to Atlanta, but that flight hit some bumps before we ever took off. If you haven't seen that review, we'll leave a link down below. It's worth a watch. Can Delta do better this time? Today we're flying domestic first class on an Airbus A220-100 on our way to Minneapolis. The 220 is a great aircraft in many ways, so we're giving it a second try. Will today be any smoother, and what makes this aircraft so great? Join us as we head to Minnesota. We'll share the entire experience from the ground to the sky, a full review of the first class seat, and the service on board. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. We have dozens of videos, so for even more content, check out the playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. You can also check out our channel memberships here and on Patreon for even more content. Thank you for watching. Now, let's fly. Welcome to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, also known as DCA. This is one of 3 airports in the DC area and where we start most of our adventures. Today we're in Terminal 2. Delta check-in counters are located upstairs on the departures level, but they also have this convenient bag drop on the lower level, just outside of the South Security checkpoint. We each checked a bag, which are included with our first class tickets. Security here can vary depending on the time of day and day of the week. Terminal 2 has 2 security checkpoints. The North checkpoint is closer to American Airlines, and the South checkpoint is closer to most other airlines. DCA is one of the US airports that supports Touchless ID. We have Clear, but digital ID is often faster, and it's free. We really like this program. Touchless ID is a TSA program that uses facial recognition. To use Touchless, you must have a known traveler number such as PreCheck or Global Entry, have a valid passport, and be flying on an airline that is part of the program. We're flying Delta, which does participate in the program. To take advantage of the Touchless ID, you must opt in through your profile online with your participating airline. With Touchless ID, you do not need a physical ID to check your bags or go through TSA security. Touchless ID is at several large airports, but not all airports, so always ensure you carry a real ID with you. In about 2 minutes, we were through security. Delta has one Sky Club here, and we've covered it before in a showdown with the American Express Centurion Lounge. We'll link to that in the description. We have access to the Sky Club today with our Delta American Express Reserve credit cards. Our first class tickets do not include entry. This is one of our favorite Sky Clubs. We spend a lot of time in this lounge. While it can get busy, we find that with the new MX Centurion Lounge and changes to Delta's lounge access policy, it's been a little less busy. You'll pass the crescent-shaped bar when you walk in. There are a variety of complimentary drinks including beer, wine, and cocktails. There are premium options for a fee. There is a small buffet with hot and cold items, self-service espresso drink machines, coffee and tea, and a bottle filler. This Sky Club also features clean and modern restrooms. Overall, this lounge has a good variety of seating and great views over the B and C gates. If you look closely, you can see the Capitol in the distance. Our 2-hour and 50-minute flight today takes us 930 miles from Washington National Airport to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport on board an Airbus A220-100 in domestic first class. Boarding was delayed a bit due to an equipment issue, but only about 15 minutes. First class is Zone 1 and was called just after pre-boarding and active duty military passengers. The A220-100 features 3 rows of first class in a standard 2-2 configuration. Behind the first class cabin, there are 15 Comfort Plus and 82 main cabin seats in a 2-3 configuration. If you're flying in economy, try to get the A or B seats since there are no middle seats on that side of the plane. We're in seats 2C and 2D today. One of the first things that stands out on this plane is the large windows. Each first class seat is 20.5 inches wide with a standard 37 inches of pitch. The headrest is adjustable and the sides articulate. The center armrest has a narrow storage compartment. The top of the armrest flips up to provide easier access. Between the seats, there's a small built-in table that's large enough to hold a couple of drinks. There is a dedicated water bottle holder on the front of the armrest, and while Delta does provide bottles of water in first class, the short bottles don't quite fit in these holders. There are individual overhead air vents and reading lights. If you've flown Delta's premium select cabin on a wide-body aircraft, you may recognize these seats. Each seat has its own universal power outlet, but these were not operational on today's flight. There's also a USB-A port on the IFE screen, also out of order. You may sense a theme here. There's a small literature pocket directly below the screen, and then a pouch below that you can use for some personal items. The tray table pops up and out of the armrest. It's a bifold design and it's decently sturdy. Pre-departure beverages of our choice were offered during boarding. We grabbed a couple of cups of coffee ahead of this morning flight. Boarding wrapped up on time and we pushed back from the gate. Enjoy the takeoff on this beautiful morning. As we climb away from the ground, let's take a look at the in-flight entertainment system. Oops! The entire plane's IFE system was down today. Normally, this first class cabin features 13.3-inch touchscreen monitors. Trevor has had trouble with every A220 IFE screen so far. The Wi-Fi was also not available on this flight. If you're keeping track, the outlets, USB-A ports, IFE screens, and Wi-Fi were not working on today's aircraft. It was like flying in 1999. This is why we always recommend bringing your own content on board just in case. We will say Delta proactively provided each of us with 7,500 sky miles for the inconvenience. Today's flight serves lunch, so let's hope the ovens work. Service started shortly after passing 10,000 feet. The flight attendant took drink orders and confirmed our pre-orders. I started with a gin and tonic, and Trevor opted for a Coke Zero. Delta allows you to pre-book your meal a week prior to your flight. You'll receive an email notification. Delta recently updated their pre-order system. There still are around 5 options, and 2 are available for advanced pre-order only. But the layout and design of the webpage has been modernized. I ordered the Jose Andres Chicken Catalan, which is braised chicken thigh served on celeriac potato puree with roasted carrots and pearl onions. I had high hopes for this dish, and we're big fans of Jose Andres. This dish, however, well, it wasn't very attractive to look at. The main flavor here was the potato puree, which was a bit on the salty side. The chicken was cut up and mixed in with the sauce. The portion size was a bit on the small side. Overall, this wasn't very good. Jose should be embarrassed to have his name on this dish. Trevor ordered the marinara braised meatballs, which came on polenta, which was one of the limited options available only in advance. This was good and the portion size was reasonable. Trevor said the meatballs were tender and juicy. The polenta was very creamy, but the amount of ricotta was an odd touch. Delta first class domestic flights used to come with a side salad, but we haven't seen them on any flights recently, so it looks like Delta has eliminated this, which is a shame. Lunch was also served with a cold roll. Dessert was a layered chocolate coffee thing, which was good and had a nice touch of coffee in it. Overall, today's lunch was okay, but nothing spectacular. But hey, it's always nice to get a meal these days. This A220 features 3 lavatories, 1 up front for first class and 2 in the rear for economy passengers. The one up front is pretty nice, albeit a little tight on headroom. Delta provides Grown Alchemist hand soap and lotion in first class. There was no snack basket today, but the flight attendant came by throughout the flight to check in if we needed anything. She was very attentive and friendly. Enjoy the snowy view as we land, and we'll be back shortly to wrap things up. We both enjoyed the seat for a flight of this length. It was comfortable and there was plenty of room. Service was good, although it seems like Delta is cutting back on some aspects of its catering. The IFE, power, and Wi-Fi being out of service was disappointing, but thankfully we always travel with some backup content downloaded. Today, it was a good call. The A220 was originally Bombardier's C Series, before it was taken over by Airbus. It's a newer, modern, and more fuel-efficient single-aisle airliner. The aircraft fills a niche between a regional jet and the larger Airbus A320 and Boeing 737 families. The A220 offers some great features, like the 2-3 layout in the main cabin, larger windows, more space per passenger, and it maintains a more comfortable pressure at altitude. We're not sure why our Delta A220 flights have been plagued by so many issues, but unfortunately, the trend continued on this flight. If you've run into similar issues on the A220s, let us know down in the comments. Welcome to Minneapolis, one of our favorite US airports. So why is that? There are a couple of reasons. First, the new Delta Sky Club in the G Terminal is fantastic. Second, if you're looking to kill some time, there are plenty of shops and restaurants, and you can get some steps in by walking a loop around the airport. The last reason, Delta serves meals on first class flights longer than 900 miles, and our home airport of DCA to MSP is just over that. So when we're flying to the West Coast, if we connect through Minneapolis, we end up on 2 meal flights. Hopefully, they can improve Jose's chicken dish. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest video releases. Both of these things really help out the channel. Also, if you'd like to support the channel even more, check out our channel memberships here or over on Patreon. Thank you for watching. On to the next adventure.